Hey y'all, it's Pete with Hunt Fish Protect, and welcome back to the last installment of Paddlefish 101 before the season actually kicks off. Today we're going to get a little more in depth with the rules and regulations you need to know to stay out of trouble this season. Just keep in mind that I'm not a lawyer, I am not your lawyer, and this is not legal advice. This is just information I'm putting out there to help you understand the basics before you hit the water. So let's get into what you really need to know. Now, before we get into anything else, I just want to bring up the channels are pretty close to shore in some spots, especially in some pretty good paddle fishing locations. So just know that you're going to have boats that are going to be running close to shore because it's the only place with this little water they're able to actually run. Just be patient, let them go through. While they're going through, just watch for any paddlefish that may come up and roll while they're doing that. And as soon as they're past, there's your chance to cast at that location. Everybody always jokes about bouncing a sinker off a boat and that type of stuff, but just know that if you're bouncing a 4 or 5 ounce sinker off of a boat, or worse yet, a person, there's a pretty good chance you're going to end up meeting up with law enforcement to deal with that matter. So we all joke about it, just don't be the guy that actually pulls it off. So let's get into what you actually need to know. When North Dakota's paddlefish season kicks off Friday on May 1st, it runs through May 21st, but it can close early once the harvest quota is reached. And if that happens, then the harvest season will shut down with a 24-hour notice. So just stay up to date with updates. There's a bunch of local businesses and Facebook pages that keep this going. And then Game and Fish will also kick out this information as well. If there is an early closure, there's a snag and release season that'll start then. And that'll go on for a 7-day period immediately following the end of the harvest season. But that won't go beyond May 21st. And this year, I'm picturing we're going to have a 1-week harvest season and then another week of snag and release season. The fishing hours while you're down there are going to be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and that's Central Time. Just know when you're down there, you're going to be sitting right on the border between Central and Mountain Time, so you need to pay close attention to which time zone you're actually in. Now, breaking down the difference between harvest days versus snag and release days, this is an area that a lot of people will mess up. On harvest days, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, if you snag a paddlefish on one of those days, you are required to keep it, and you must immediately tag that fish. That fish then fills your tag for the entire season. So whether it be a 5-pounder or a 105-pounder, that fish is getting kept on a harvest day. Once your tag is filled, you are done paddle fishing. You can't snag anymore, including on the release days. The snag and release days then are Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. On these days, every paddlefish must be released. You also can't possess a gaff on these days. And just remember, at all times while you're paddle fishing, you do have to have your tag with you while you're fishing, and it cannot be locked. It has to be usable at the time. So if you accidentally play around with it and you click it closed, well, that's game over for you. As far as fishing, if you're bringing a kid out or somebody that can't cast for themselves, just understand that for paddlefish, you are required to cast, hook, and fight your own fish. So you can't cast for somebody else and hand off the rod. You can't snag a fish and hand the rod off. If you do that and the warden's watching, you're going to have a really bad time. And then snagging from a boat is illegal, but a lot of guys use boats to travel to and from really good fishing locations. If you're fishing on a wildlife management area, there's a whole set of rules to follow as well. A big one being no glass containers and obviously no littering. As far as other regulations go, just pop on over to the Game and Fish website and do a quick peek at the wildlife management area regulations. There's also sovereign land regulations. I'll pop up a sign that you'll see at the Confluence Boat Access here. There's a few regulations there. Pretty simple, but just pay attention to it. Paddlefish season is a bit chaotic. It's muddy, but it's one of the most unique experiences in North Dakota. Knowing these rules ahead of time is going to hopefully keep you out of trouble and make the whole experience better. Always check with North Dakota Game and Fish for real-time updates and closures before you head on out. Like I said, this could be a really quick season, and that's what I'm expecting. I'll be out there chasing my own paddlefish this season, hoping to get some friends hooked up. I'll also be filming for some upcoming videos, so you might see me out there. And yeah, a good chance you might actually make it into one of my videos if you're down there, especially if you're hooking a fish while I'm down there. Good luck out there. Be safe. This is Pete with Hunt Fish Protect.